Baker Mayfield hanging out with us on behalf of Advanced Auto Parts. We'll get to that in a second, but first, we're going to play a game. What's in the cards? It's simple. Higher, lower. We've all played this before. I'm going to flip over a card, and you're going to tell me, is the next card going to be higher or lower? You get it right, you get an easy question. You get it wrong, you get a hard question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's see how the cards play out. The first card's a 5. Got a 5 first. So
we're going
next
higher.
Oh, he's going higher. He's confident, dude. Didn't even. It's a 3.
Great.
He's over 1, and now we can just suddenly give us the hard question. What made things click this year in Tampa?
Oh, it's a loaded question.
That's why it's on the hard list.
Honestly, it was a great group. A lot of the key pieces that were there for the deep playoff runs are still there. We had some young guys that stepped up in a big way, but they were all watching the vets that had been there before. And just everybody believed in it, even if the ups and downs, the lulls in the season, that everybody just kind of stuck together. So when you stay together through adversity, good things happen, and that's what we did.
Does it hit different, though? Like, given the adversity you've been through in your career, the ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
Does it hit different when you're part of that and you're like, man, this is working?
Yeah, it definitely does. Because I've been on the other side where you lose a few games in a row and everybody starts to get real cynical, negative. But this team didn't. And that was a special part about the run that we had back half of the year.
All right, let's go. What are we going here?
We're going higher now.
Look at that. I think it's a 9. Oh, it's a wildest Las Vegas story. Don't let me down here, man. When we put these questions together, I said, this is the one we got to, like, you're going to have something good.
First time in Vegas, I just turned 21, my friend's bachelor party. Didn't tell my parents I was going to Vegas. Was flying standby, couldn't get into Vegas, so I had to fly into LA, called a buddy that was living there, and we drove over for 4 hours. Had a great weekend, but then trying to get out of Vegas, I finally had to call my parents because I slept on the Vegas airport floor for about 5 hours before I could get out. Then finally resorted to calling my parents to get a flight. So if you saw me open mouth breathing in 2016 in the Vegas airport, yes, that's true.
What's amazing about it is you flew to LA and drove. All I can think is the hangover. Like, it just feels like there's somebody screaming, bad gas in the car.
It definitely was.
Okay. All right, let's go higher or lower. What do you got for this one?
Is ace high? I gotta ask that question.
That just depends on whether or not I want to give you an
Fair enough.
I make the rules.
All right, we're going lower.
Okay, we're going to go low. 6. By the way, he's the first person that's asked that question. Says, all right, you got another one. You said you hadn't at the Pro Bowl. You said you didn't like that you had to go first. You hadn't thrown a pass since the last playoff game.
Yeah.
How long do you usually go in between, throwing sessions?
I mean, postseason, I usually give my arm about a month and a half, almost 2 months break. I mean, still doing workouts and stuff, but don't pick up a football at all. So that was a little premature for me.
You're joining us on behalf of Advanced Auto Parts,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
the False Start Kills Drives initiative. So when you're walking up and you get a false start, like when somebody commits a false start, what's the first thing that goes through your mind?
Why are we shooting ourselves in the foot? It's the most frustrating thing. So, not very
Does
good.
the guy that do it, like, does he come into the huddle and give you a my bad, or does he just, like, not look at anybody?
He's like, yeah, it's my bad. And we're all like, yeah, no crap, it's your bad. We know that. We didn't move, you did. But yeah, it's frustrating.
So tell us what you're doing with Advanced Auto Parts.
So, obviously this is Super Bowl Sunday coming up, but National Car Battery Day is the following Sunday on February 18th. And so, if there is one false start in the game and you register at aapfalsestarts.com, you have a chance to win a free car battery for life. And that's not your car, that's your life. So you get a chance to win that. But there has to be a false start in the game, so we'll see. I'll be rooting for a false start in the game.
There's going to be a false start in the game. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Appreciate it. Yeah, good to see you, Jason.